precise indeed. Plan once, then I leave. Oh, let it build inside. Wait, right before the rise. Low bass, feel that way. Whole room, shift that state. No talk, just that pace. Move slow, dominate. Low bass, feel that press. Heartbeat, no rest. Step in, no test. I don't miss, say less. All black when I move through. No sound, but the bass do everything that I came to. Turn real when I say so. No breaks when I lock in. No fear when I walk in. Too deep, now no swim. Let the pressure pull you in. Now, feel it in your chest now. Slow, everything compressed now. Low bass, feel that way. Whole room, shift that state. No talk, just that pace. Move slow, dominate. Low bass, feel that press. Heartbeat, no rest. Step in, no test. I don't miss, say less. Yeah. Midnight. Midnight. Bass low, feel it press. Whole room under stress. No light, the silhouette. Say less, say less. Bass low, feel it press. Heartbeat on my chest. Step in, no contest. Say less, say less. Say less, say less. Came in quiet, shift the tone. Heavy air when I move alone. No hype needed, set in stone. Everything here get overthrown. Slow pace, but the weight immense. Every move got consequence. No luck, just discipline. Built this from within. Let it breathe, let it build. Silence right before the kill. No rush, time stands still. Then it drop, 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 drop. Feel that. Bass low, feel it press. Whole room under stress. No light, just silhouette. Say less, say less. Bass low, feel it press. Heartbeat on my chest. Step in, no contest. Say less, say less. Say less, say less. All black when I move through. No sound but the bass through. Everything that I came to. Turn real when I say so. No breaks when they lock in. No fear when I walk in. Too deep now, no swim. Let the pressure pull you in. Down. Feel it in your chest now. Slow. Everything compressed now. Bass low, feel it press. Whole room under stress. No light, just silhouette. Say less, say less. Bass low, feel it press. Heartbeat on my chest. Step in, no contest. Say less, say less. Stay there. Low bass, feel that weight. Whole room, shift that state. No talk, just that pace. Move slow, dominate. Low bass, feel that press. Heartbeat, no rest. Step in, no test. I don't miss, say less. calm, no need for hype. No light, just that type. Everything fall in line. When I step, redefine. No rush, I control the speed. No luck, it's what I need. Every move precise indeed. Plan once, then I lead. Oh, let it build inside. Wait, right before the rise. Low bass, feel that weight, whole room, shift that state. No talk, just that pace, move slow, dominate. Low bass, feel that press, heartbeat, no rest. Step in, no test, I don't miss, say less. All black when I move through, no sound, but the bass do everything that I came to. Turn real when I say so, no breaks when I lock in. No fear when I walk in, too deep, now no swim. Let the pressure pull you in. Down, feel it in your chest now. Slow, everything compressed now. Low bass, feel that weight, whole room, shift that state. No talk, just that pace, move slow, dominate. Low bass, feel that press, heartbeat, no rest. Step in, no test, I don't miss, say less. Yeah. Midnight. Midnight. Bass low, feel it press. Whole room under stress. No light, the silhouette. Say less, say less. Bass low, feel it press. Heartbeat on my chest. Step in, no contest. Say less, say less. Say less, say less. Came in quiet, shift the tone. Heavy air when I move alone. No hype needed, set in stone. Everything here get overthrown. Slow pace, but the weight immense. Every move got consequence. No luck, just discipline. Built this from within. Let it breathe, let it build. Silence right before the kill. No rush, time stands still. Then it drop, 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 drop. Feel that. Bass low, feel it press. Whole room under stress. No light, just silhouette. Say less, say less. Bass low, feel it press. Heartbeat on my chest. Step in, no contest. Say less, say less. Say less, say less. All black when I move through. No sound but the bass do everything that I came to. Turn real when I say so. No breaks when they lock in. No fear when I walk in. Too deep now, no swim. Let the pressure pull you in. Down, feel it in your chest now. Slow, everything compressed now. Bass low, feel it press. Whole room under stress. No light, just silhouette. Say less, say less. Bass low, feel it press. Heartbeat on my chest. Step in, no contest. Say less, say less. Stay there. Stay there.
Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here as we bring you, well, the seeding phase in the AFL. Sadly, this was the game that should have happened earlier in the week, but you know, It is us versus the internet. At times, the teams are ready. And so the first match, which should have happened, is going to happen, is NYO up against EMS. Let me just take a look at the voting poll. It's NYO with 57% of the votes so far. So things are looking, well, the fans seem to be on their side. But with that being said, we're going to be heading into the banning phase right now. And sadly, we don't have the... all those fancy little devices that normally Scarp brings in here, the drafting screen. So we're going to trade off the drafting screen for some dad jokes, right? So, if you think that's a fair trade-off, it's a fair trade-off. But either which way, we're heading into that banning phase as we were talking about. It is Ghost of Mokinino. I know Ghost of Tsushima. That's a pretty fun game. If you haven't played it, you might want to try it. With the first ban, will we see the typical or maybe an atypical ban? Who knows? And, well, it looks like we're going to... It'll probably be your usual Harleys, maybe a Gatto, maybe a Grok ban coming out. And, oh, well, along that list of the bans that we need to worry about, it is the Hilda that is going to be banned out first, and that means EMS will not have the ability to go for the Hilda with that early game pressure. Because we do know how much teams love to place that early game pressure. It's the snowball composition, the snowball strategy. You can use that to do some crazy plays. And speaking of crazy plays, Camilla is maybe one of the better defensive heroes. Like, I know a lot of people like to play Camilla with that aggressive style, but her... Thank you, Akiwad. But her play style is sort of more built for defense than it is for attack. Granted, if you land the Cursed Blood, and you can do some devastating things in attack, but in terms of timing, it's not the easiest ability to time. You need people to be grouped up. So in order to get that grouping up, like the way it's supposed to be grouped up, it's nice to use it as a counter engage instead of an engage. So when the enemy tries to set on you, you just reposition, hit the Curse of Blood, and turn everything around. And, well, we know how strong she is. Now, considering the rest of the bans coming through, you can see that the Harley has to be banned, right? He's like a jack-in-the-box right now with that 1 second cooldown on his second skill. It's just like pops in, pops out, pops in, pops out. I'm like, how many pops can you have in a couple of seconds like this? He's just everywhere. And Zushin, as we know, one of the best team fight mages around. Very strong, right? So with NYO banning out the Zushin, do we expect to see the Hylos coming through? Those tankier kind of lineups? Well, it's looking like that. And EMS adding the Xborg ban to the mix means that the potential for NYO to go for that tankier lineup is there. Unless EMS are thinking themselves, you know what, you've banned out the Zushin, we can start going for the tanks. Maybe picking up a Grok in such a situation. Daily Speed saying the Guinevere ban is incoming. Well, let's see if the Daily Speed should be taking the daily lottery with his prediction here. Genosis hovering around that hungry little fox, our chip muncher, the chip. Will we see that chip being picked up? And it looks like Daily Speed Songs is definitely going to be taking a lotto ticket today, because he's picked up Geometrics on the Guinevere, right down to the letter. It's all on point. Chip Gwen can be quite a deadly combination. But we haven't seen Chip around in a while, right? Dropped off a little bit from the meta after certain updates decided to give vision of where he is, but can still be useful, especially if you're deciding to go for a side laner that has that split push potential. Now, we have seen EMS pick up the Marsha quite often, but it looks like Ghost is saying, yeah. Nobody is going to be getting this Marsha except for me, and that's a hero with split push potential. Not the most popular in the 5-man system, but definitely has a place to play, and Garde with the Badang. Badang and Sicilian as a combination works quite well, because you're going to go in for the second skill with Badang, and it just sets up very nicely into the Sanguine Claws, adding that extra layer of crowd control, which Sicilian needs to make sure that those when the Bat's Feast connects, it does the max amount of damage. A Bubba Clueless locking on to the Freya. Is this going to be a Freya XP? Potentially jungle. Most likely gold though, right? But let's see whether any one of you can predict which lane the Freya is going to be going to. From the spell, granted, it looks like it's going to be XP lane. And then potentially we should see the Gwen switch up to jungle. But the draft so far, quite interesting from EMS's side. Now, the next couple of bans coming through is, well, Hanabi, which we know is the mage of choice. I'm saying mage. Marksman of choice for many players. They love the Hanabi. She's got that anti-CC effect, and, well, if it ever heads to late game, can eat pretty much entire teams in like a heartbeat. Now, with that being said, Fredrin coming through as the next ban for NYO. Fred, well, the Basha was still available, so there was that as a potential counter pick. Right, okay, I don't know if I should be following this person back. Sadly, I have reached my limit. We will see that if that's going to be the player for the next game. But either which way, Fredrin, nice bit of crowd control. Maybe they were thinking that they were going to throw a Fred in there, and it was Freya gold lane, Gwyn jungle, Chip roam, and maybe they were thinking, okay, look, or maybe they were thinking that it was going to be the Gwyn on the XP lane, Sniper and maybe ready. Fred in the jungle, which is why the Fred ban came out. EMS, Ninja Star, continuing the theme of let's ban out all the marksmen that potentially they could have an issue dealing with. And some threats already happening here on the live stream from Sid Senpai. Threatening poor Ren with what will happen for a potential loss. And Elric bans out the Ixia, thinking that actually that's not a bad ban, considering there's a Gwyn, a Freya, and
Hope will find a way.
A Chip. So Ixia with the full barrage, and well, with Ninja Star picking up the Vexana, Ixia with the full barrage would have synergized extremely well with the combination EMS has so far. So NYO still have the jungler and MM to pick up. They should expect the Freya to be in the gold lane. Still a little bit of reflex. Beatrix, not too bad, has the range to deal with the Freya, especially if you switch to the Rena. You know, you're going to have that little bit of range, get some poke, because the range on Freya's basic attacks, leave the skills aside, just the range on the basic attack is massively large, like it's quite large. Right? It is going to be nerfed, or at least potentially it's going to be nerfed for those of you following the advanced server updates. So there's a potential nerf coming through there for Freya. And if it goes the way it is actually set on the advanced server right now, Freya is going to be straight off the map. Like, I mean, it's a bad nerf. Now, Kayanta locking on to the Nolan. So some high mobility, but has to be a little bit careful from the stun locks coming through from both the Chip and especially the Gwyn. Spatial migration into Violet Requiem has one of the largest lengths of CC effects. Run with the final pick, going for the Granger, just to maybe match aggression for aggression, because Beatrix can be quite aggressive in the early part of the game. And with that being said, it's time to head into the match. It is NYO, the fan favorites right now, with 59% of the votes. And everything to play for, it's the points to see if you're gonna be in that top 3 spot to head into the big main stage, where it's the 32 that will take us through to being the Southern African region winners and face off against the rest of Africa and hopefully march your way into the M series. Hopefully, let's get to see if that is gonna happen or not as we wait for the teams to just load in. Some slow internet connections in here. I don't know, maybe I should slow my voice down to match up some of the internet speeds. But slowly but surely we are heading into that lobby. I know you're just as anxious as I am to get this show on the road. Marcus, any big teams playing tonight? Well, it depends on what you consider big. Because there are some teams that are relatively well known. And there's some teams that are pretty good but are not so well known. And we're getting to know them as, these 82 teams face off against one another. Now, Nolan's starting off with the blue, which is typical. I mean, Nolan, I'm sure most people do realize, right? Nolan is very, very blue buff dependent. A Sicilian just adding an extra layer of stacks. Are we going to see EMS make a quick rotation here towards the jungle? Oh, looks like they're going for a little bit of an old school rotation by trying to place pressure here onto Elric, who senses some sort of danger and heads back to the safety of the tier 1 turret. Meanwhile, pressure now being placed here onto Geomatrix, and it's Nolan with the first blood. Picks up the litho. Will we see the jungle invade? No, he committed the retry. I actually thought that there would have been a perfect opportunity to steal some farm as well. And this as well, with the moment you leave some space opened by making these side lane rotations, well, the punishment can be there and was brought onto the head of Geomatrix on that Guinevere. So first blood to Nolan, and Nolan, that snowball kind of hero. Sanguine Claws comes in. It was the second skill and the flicker committed by Badang, but not landing onto any target. So that means definitely for the first turtle, no flicker will be available. They're going to be trying to get their roamers as close to level 4 as possible. With Nolan just waiting out here, wants to try to go back and chip with a turnaround, is going to be heading somewhere past the bush. Now they're going in Badang with that second skill as the chase is on. Chip eats a chip and walks out, and so no harm further being done, as now we're going to watch Geomatrix on that Guinevere. Maybe just position. No, starting the turtle up. I thought he was going to go in for like this deep camp, which is always effective. You wait for the team to come in, and then you're going to go in with that full-on combo. Oh, nice stun onto the chip. They got him trapped up, but it's going to be the Eternal Guardian that comes out. Oh my goodness, Valkyrie's descent into the Violet Requiem as EMS gets a kill on board. And the turtle, they want to keep chasing as they know the power of the Freya. They managed to get the kill. Oh my goodness, Genosis is so low, but it's going to be Marsha trying to get onto Vexana. They try to control this. Marsha who has to walk off from this, and with that, EMS picking up 2 kills on the turtle. They would be quite pleased with that after losing first blood. The 1v1 battle still continuing as Genosis makes the play across, wants to come in for the wraparound. The wave, though, is in there to protect Elric from further danger. Badang now with the scout out. Still not level 4 yet, Badang. So the first crack not available. Doesn't have the flicker yet. It's still about another 10 seconds or so. Oh, nice Death Sonata coming in from him just with the scout out. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, there's the Violet Requiem. There's the Eat Up. Ghost is, been made a ghost here by Geomatrix, as they just keep piling the pressure here into the mid lane. EMS gaining control. Anytime anybody makes a movement across into the river, they're quick to get those pickoffs. Oh, nice spatial migration. No Violet Requiem available, but it does bait out the Bat's Feast. However, the cooldown on that's quick enough for it to be available for this next turtle, which is what preparation is all about right now. It's 30 seconds to go. A bit of a mini invade happening. Spatial migration comes out from the Guinevere just to zone everybody away. Badang now has the first crack, and that could be potential problems for the side of EMS, because that's a very, very good setup. Sanguine Claws does come out, does catch on to the Beatrix, who seem to lag a little bit. It's 10 seconds to go, but there's Chip with the pressure being placed onto the Nolan, wants to zone away as the turtle will be spawned up. Both XP laners, they're still staying on the top lane, opting not to go for the rotation, but the side of EMS just locking on here and making sure no one can come in very close, as Badang is the one trying to create the space for his team, but that's going to be turtle secured. Nice stun coming in from Chips. He's going to pop the ultimate. He does. Nolan, he's going to get strapped up, but the first crack was slightly off the mark, but the phase spatial migration was not. There's the knock up in here. They're going to chase down another. They managed to take down 3. Flame shot not connecting, and this is an opportunity to eat up some gold here for Granger, as EMS have taken off their handbrakes after that first blood, picking up 6 kills without answer here in the first game of the evening. Oh, Holy Shield just died off. Maybe at the wrong moment in time in terms of gold-wise. Oh, the first crack does land underneath the turret, but there's way too much damage as his Granger with that first kill just popping off here as Elric has to be forced back. First turret of the game is down. It's time for some jungle invades, and without the Badang being close by, you can group up a little bit. You won't be worried too much about the first crack, and that's red buff stolen. Potential, if Chip stays around here, potential here to go for that wraparound play to put pressure into the mid lane. Is he going to go for that? Doesn't have the ultimate available, so has to walk it off. You know, just another bag of chips and walking it off. Nolan now, however, was trying to get something done onto the Freya, but Freya is not a hero you want to engage on. Not at all. Not in the slightest. Not at this part of the time in the game. Once you get that little bit of late game drop off, yeah, okay, then maybe, potentially, things can happen like that. But anyway, we will get to see now the wrap around here onto Marsha. She has all 3 health bars, right? He's going underneath the tier 2 turret, and it's going to be another turret. A little bit more map control in favor of EMS Assassins, who are going to try to gain that final bit of map control, but not just yet. The third and final turtle of the game is up. Discipline, the name of the game. You don't want to overextend when you have objectives to achieve, and that's exactly what EMS are doing right now. It's like being like an anaconda. Just squeeze, but squeeze slowly. Let's not go in too deep and too hard just yet. Chip with the play across. This is the one thing that caused it really for Chip, is the fact that when he starts using his second skill to transverse the map, you can see where he is. Jungle invade meanwhile happening. They've got the timer on the red buff. Don't want to let it go. Nolan not being allowed to get that red buff, but he won't be happy, but not so unhappy as if they took the blue buff away, because blue buffs are a problem. If you're Nolan and you ain't got no blue, you can only go in with one combination, and then afterwards it's a little bit of prayer. Say a little prayer to if you can get out. Now pressure being placed in here. Eternal Guardian is available to be used. Valkyrie's Descent comes out as it's prayer into the backline, just zoning everyone away. Throws out that Vengeance just to try to escape. Oh, now the Eternal Guardian comes in, and the Violet Requiem as well. And so that's going to be mid lane turret taken down, and Garde on that, but Dung as well. Now it's all about map control, right? So you want to not so much push the lanes too much, as Chip now makes the move across just to help the Granger, add a little bit more control, but they are quite split up, EMS, so it's more about stealing the jungle, piling on pressure elsewhere on the map, just rotating until we hit at least another 20 seconds from now, and it's time for the setup once more for the Lord, because we're just under 30 seconds to go for the first Lord of the game. And Lefo Molete, just to answer your question, you can check it in the video description who is coming up next in the mix for the matches. It's always there in the video description. We're heading on to Lord time. It's up and ready. EMS not starting up just yet. They know they have the map control. They want to secure vision by getting the waves pushed in, just to make sure that you've got enough of what you need so that you can take this uncontested, as it's Chip and Granger, interestingly enough, just supplying the vision as they're moving across. The same with Ninja Star on that Vexana, just holding that line. Tier 2 turrets are still available. We're not at the 12-minute mark, so Holy Shields are going to be up. Chip making the play across, just to hopefully try to get some pickoffs. They want to make sure that the wave equilibrium is just about right, because if you use the first wave properly, you can get a couple, maybe all three, if you're lucky, of the Holy Shields down, and then that gives you the opportunity to crack open that base, the tough nut that is the base. And it is going to be a tough nut, right? I know that things are looking dire for NYO right now, but they have heroes with very, very high defensive capabilities. You're looking at the Beatrix, you're looking at Nolan, Badang, and most especially the Sicilian. Sicilian's wave clear is insane. Beatrix as well. Badang gives you that control. Nolan, I mean, all his skills does AoE damage. So it does make it very, very difficult to crack open the base. So the tier turret has been taken down here. They're just trying to stop this minion from heading through to pop that Holy Shield, and it does manage to just squeak in. And so they're using that first waves. Now it's all about timing the second wave in here, just to make sure that the Lord and the second wave can potentially crash at the same time. Now Marsha goes in. Oh, Badang with a second skill into the first crack. What a setup. The chase is on. But somehow Baba Clueless on that Freya manages to walk it off. But Chip wants to try to get a potential setup, but knows the team are quite spread. The Mini Lord is in here. The Holy Shield from the bot lane, does not pop. And so that's, I would say, a fairly successful defense for the side of NYO. EMS, though, still in the driving seat right now. The Dead Sonatas just took out like a third of the HP from Nolan. So we'll just be waiting for the teams now for the next minute or so. It goes back to the usual farm, bomb strategy, where you're going to try to pull in as much farm as you possibly can, get a pickoff if anybody overextends, and wait for the next objective, which is the Lord, which will spawn after the 12-minute mark. So definitely no Holy Shields will be available. And for the side of EMS, potential to crack the base open and end the game. They have that potential. Question is, are they going to be able to utilize that potential? Because the longer this game goes on, NYO, they're going to be thinking, look, even if we don't take this Lord or don't contest for it, it's not the end of the world. We've got a very, very late game scaling composition. And as we see Guinevere just taken down to half health by the Marsha, just to try to maintain that control. You want to go for another successful defense. Keep your tier 3 turrets up and running and steady. Simply so that you can get your Sicilian to scale, your Beatrix to scale, your Marsha to scale. Once that scaling does happen, then we know for a fact that there could be a turnaround, big turnaround. So this particular moment in time in the game is actually quite critical. Difficult for the side of NYO to try to contest for this Lord. They know that. They're just trying to probe for some openings. But at the same time, it comes down to a question of discipline right now. It's discipline from the side of EMS if they want to get something done. Because the scaling, as we said, is not really in their favor. So can they get that control? Because this next Lord becomes critical. The next 5 minutes is very critical, because once we hit close towards the 18-minute mark, that's when, if the game is not done by then, that's when we're going to see that turnaround, right? They're going to hope right now, the NYO, that they've got the damage and the control enough to make sure that they can defend all their tier 3 turrets. That's their goal. But the way EMS are setting up right now, it looks like they're going in for some real good wave management. They've got a decent sync, all 3 lanes now crashing in at the same time. This is creating the space that they needed. It's going to be Marsha trying to defend this. Ghost is taken down as there's going to be further pressure being placed in here. Chips pops that ultimate, but the team not following up just yet, because they know what they want to do. They want to secure the objective objectives. They've got the crack into the base. Now the Bats Feast comes out. Lord is going to be melted down. They need another couple of waves coming through. The mid lane wave just arriving a little bit earlier than the top lane. They've got the base cracked open, right? And this is what they wanted to achieve. Maybe a little bit more. They wanted that ending angle, right? But the defense from NYO standing firm, maybe not as firm as they would have liked it, because the wave management from EMS was definitely on point. So they're still in the danger zone, still in the red zone, NYO. It's advantage still to the side of EMS, but that advantage is only going to last up until the 18-minute mark. That's when the change will be. First crack does come in. Now there's a combination play coming from everybody. Oh, the Bats Feast does come out. Lots of skills being committed by everybody, but nothing being done. No kills or pickoffs just yet, as it's still under a minute to go for this next Lord. So a minute will take us to about 16 minutes. This Lord, they may want to try to contest. I mean, it is the 16-minute Lord, so it's not like you want to leave that uncontested. It's just going to be very, very, very difficult to try to contest it if you are the side of NYO. Chip has been just rotating, using that second skill more as a split pusher than anything else. Nice wave pushes happening. That's going to force the side of NYO back to the base. 10 seconds to go for the Lord. The entire team from EMS are already set up, except for the Gwyn, who wants to just farm a little bit more. Should have full items by now. They're all in the mid lane, just making sure that the waves are not going to be pushing in towards them at this moment in time. And going for the Lord, it doesn't look like NYO want to try to contest this. They're just holding on a little bit, saying maybe if we can land one more successful defense, that's going to create the space we need to get a potential turnaround. However, with a 10k gold lead, it's going to be tough. Badang with the split push does manage to recall just in time, as the hunt was on. Chip is not so much as good as he used to be in terms of setting up team fights, but he's still really good at preventing split pushing. Flicker coming out from Badang just to stay a little safe. Lovely wave equilibrium, all three waves into the mix here. Valkyrie's attempt does come out defensively, but could this be the potential turnaround here? It's a 1-for-1 exchange so far. Make that 1-for-2 as a Granger trying to lay the hurt onto everybody, but this Bats Feast from the Sicilian is just eating everybody up, and it's a 4-for-2 exchange. They do control the base and land the defense, and this now is where we're getting into that very, very iffy territory as to what's gonna happen. Who knows right now? The game is actually on a knife edge, to be very fair. To be very, very, very fair, this is an absolute knife edge. As you can see, most of the players are on their 5th items, potentially building towards the 6th item. There is still a decent gold lane, but I mean, with that one engagement, look at the chunk of change that was eaten up. It went from 10k to 5k gold lead, just like that. So NYO have defended themselves back into the game. It all comes down to discipline and the individual skills of the players. One misstep could be or could spell disaster. It's just one potential misstep. This is how finely balanced things are right now. Granted, EMS does have the map control. They've got the kill advantage. They've got the gold advantage, but we're headed past that 18-minute mark, right? They need to maybe not overextend for the next 30 seconds. You don't want that to happen. You want to use the map control and pressure that you have to take the 18-minute Lord. This is your win condition. 18-minute Lord and the control that they have been showing with the lane pushes, right? Now it comes down to, oh, nice spatial migration. I thought they were going to go in for the full combination of the Violet Requiem, but opting not to do that, just being patient, using that disciplined performance, just to ensure they can take the Lord. Like we said, 18-minute Lord. It's all hands to the pump. Trying to melt this down as quickly as possible. Freya and Chip trying to defend this. NYO trying to find the angle to get in. No space being given. No advantage being allowed. They're just zoning away. Now it's going to be a turnaround here. This is going to be the fight coming out. The Bats Feast is into the mix. And look at this. Beatrix blows up 2. Just like that. And losing 2 with the 18-minute Lord. That might not be what EMS wanted. I thought they were going to back off. Like, once you got that 18-minute Lord, back off, reset, reposition, wait for the Lord to come in. And now this looks like it might be a potentially wasted Lord. Yeah, oh, they take out Ninja Star just on the corner of the screen. And there's definitely no way to end the game now with this Lord. So like I said, it all came down to this 18-minute timing. It's what you learn and what you realize when you're taking a look at draft compositions. So one of the major factors that you focus on when your draft is done is you have to consider whether your draft scales well into the late game or does it not. And if it does not, it means you got the early game pressure, so you got to play aggressively. You can't be too passive, because you have a certain window of opportunity in which to end the game. Now, I'm not saying that EMS have lost this, right? By no means is that true. They still have all the cards. But as you can see, the team fights now have swung in favor of NYO, as was expected based on the difference in draft in terms of late versus early game. Oh, there's a nice pickoff there coming in from NYO. And that's a pickoff with just under a minute to go for the next Lord. It's going to be the 22-minute Lord when it does spawn out. Which is one that you really do want to contest. The Lord doesn't get any stronger in this.
Blue team hero has been slain.
Oh, but EMS respond with a pickoff themselves. And this means that they should have Baba Clueless back for the defense, and no Sicilian allows for a certain degree of aggression to happen. But oh my goodness, is Geomatrix a little bit too far in there? Goes in with the spatial migration into the Violet Requiem, has to dash back, but the first crack lands onto Ninja Star, who's gonna get strapped up, but somehow he's gonna escape. But no, it's gonna be Beatrix with a flicker play coming in here, and that's going to be one taken down. The fight is continuing. Marsha with the damage, dishing it out. It's godlike. Double kill for the Marsha. Now the chase is on. Oh, the spatial migration misses the immortality procs, but that's just a straight blow up. It's a triple kill. It's a full team wipe. You just need one wave to go through. One person needs to defend. You gotta send the Beatrix up front. There should be another minion wave spawning up in the next 5 seconds or so. I think going for I'd be like going all out here. I'm like, I know there's another minion wave coming through. We could end it. There's enough time to do so. But it looks like the side of NYO opting to go for this Lord. No, they've changed their mind. But could that have been not enough time? Ninja Star will be up for the defense. But that's just a Vexana up against 3. Can they do this here? As Beatrix has that potential to melt this down. It's the Ninja Star needs to buy just 9 seconds. Beatrix just going for the lock onto the base, not worried about anything else. The mini dot does come through, but Beatrix does not care. NYO from the back with the setup. Looks like I need to take a lotto ticket as well with the prediction for the 18-minute bit. And so NYO with the points in a very, very tight game. Well played to both teams, providing us with a very entertaining first match. Elric with the MVP on the Beatrix was just 6-0 and 4 My goodness, what a performance. Genosis picking up the MVP on the chip for EMS with a 0, 2, and 10. And with that being said, it's time for us to get ready for game number 2 of the evening. And well, the question was asked, and I said go and check what's going to be happening here, right? But it is going to be Deus, Mastodonte, Shadow up against Aurora. As I'm going to try to get everybody into the lobby and just maybe actually to the name change and stuff as well. While that's all happening, let me keep the pause screen up and running for you. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. It won't be too long, so be patient. We'll be back with you now.
Late night, dark blue, feel that way, no rush, I don't chase, move slow, set the pace, all calm, all wait. Dark blue, low light, no talk, just vibe, step in, whole night, all eyes, don't lie. Came in quiet, no scene made, no flashes, clean shade. Everything move when I say no rush, let it play. Cold air, slow res, no stress, no tears, all smooth, no mess, just steps. Wait, let it ride like that, slow, bring it right back. Dark blue, feel that way, no rush, I don't chase, move slow, set the pace, all calm, all wait. Dark blue, low light, no talk, just vibe, step in, whole night, all eyes, don't lie. All black, blue tint glass, no pass, just pass, no sound, just bass, everything in place, no tone, don't flex, no need, just press, one move, that's set, no doubt, no guess. Down, feel it in your chest, now slow, everything connect now. Dark blue, feel that way, no rush, I don't chase, move slow, set the pace, all calm, all wait. Dark blue, low light, no talk, just vibe, step in, whole night, all eyes, don't lie, yeah. Stay cool. Stay cool. Midnight calling. You feel it too. Low flame flicker in the dark. Cold wind whisper through my heart. Every step echo like a spark. Something tearing me apart. I hear your name in the night, but it don't sound right. Like a ghost in the light, pulling me in. Don't run, don't run. Don't hide too late. Feel it close, can't escape. Heartbeat racing, feel that break. It's inside. Wide awake. Don't run. inside, underneath. Slow walk, I don't chase, just follow. Same road, same pain, same hollow. Guitar cry with a tone so cold, like a story already told. Feel that weight in the air right now. Every move got a shadow now. Turn around, but there's no way out. It's locked in. Wait, it's right behind you. Don't run, don't hide, too late. Feel it close, can't escape. Heartbeat racing, feel that break. It's inside. Wide awake. Don't run, don't fight, don't speak. Every breath gets me through.
Hello everybody, we are back into the mix. It is game number 2 for the evening. Deus Mastodonte up against, oh, I actually spelled the Deus wrong. Let me correct the spelling. I need to have the spelling. But did I spell that? Okay. Everything is sorted. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna head into the game right now, as it is the second game of the evening. Deus Mastodonte Shadow. I think this is their team 2 up against Aurore. Both teams from Madagascar, well known. Oh, looks like we got dangerous grass. I actually put the setting, right? So for those of you tuning in, I got the setting on like random for the maps. So we're gonna see whether we get the wall break, dangerous grass, rushing rivers, whatever it is that's coming out. Glue, very good ban, must say. Very good ban. Glue is super strong at this moment in time, right? Is going to receive a hard nerf if everything that has been stated to be true with the patches in the advanced server is going to be what it is, right? So let's see what happens. Aurora banning out the Suyu because Suyu is one of those stronger jungle picks that you still have available. Suyu, Harley, Harriet, Leomord are your typical meta junglers at this point in time. Oh, and Guinevere as well. Those are your typical meta jungles at this moment in time. And so getting rid of those meta jungles very early on makes life a little bit easier. As you can see, the theme of getting rid of those pesky junglers, it's Harley the next one. I don't think Harley has seen much in terms of the light of day in the AFL so far. Nobody wants to face or be up against a Harley. Nobody at all. The same can be said for Marcel. Like Marcel, in terms of disruption capabilities, massive. Sets up so much, has a lot of potential to cause chaos. As Freya, the follow-up ban for DMS, securing that gold lane. Freya very difficult to lane and zone against. As Dijima saying, let's go. I'm assuming DMS. Oh, are we gonna see J-Raza on the Grok? Grok, as we all, if you've ever been listening to this stream for any given length of time, you know how much I love to see a Grok in the mix. Has crazy potential from early to late game. Lovely control, wave management capabilities, jungle invade capabilities, ability to place pressure, and dishes out a fair amount of damage too. Let's be honest. Final ban was Khalid, so that's a meta roamer being taken out. Chaos going for the Sora pick. With the Valentina still potentially open, will we see the Valentina come through? Could be a Valentina XP, could be a Valentina mid. It is still open. It's the hardest counter to Sora right now. There are other counters, right, to be fair, but it's the Valentina is the one you really want to go for. Maybe a Muncie as well, if you are going to be patient enough to wait for the level 4 timing to get the King's Calling. Well, not yeah. Drafting is the chess match of the game. I know we're all wanting to see the action, the blood, gore, and death that comes in from that Colosseum that is the Mobile Legends map. But, like, I mean, everything depends on this draft. It comes down to what you really want to go for. How you want to strategize and build. And it looks like DMS opting not to go for the Valentina pick, deciding to stick with the composition they had in mind, which was going for the Alice and Grok combination, which is quite a nice combo, to be fair. I was actually thinking that they might lock onto the Zetchian as well if you're picking up the Alice, because that just adds another degree of flavor to that combo. Grok, Alice, and Zetchian is a deadly trio once it comes to around certain team fights. Yeah, exactly. You can see who wins this in the draft. A lot of, but I'll be fair, right? I'll be very honest. There was a couple of times I've been surprised where I saw a particular draft and it didn't go the way I thought it would. The first game did. The first game went exactly the way I thought it was going to go. When the game wasn't finished by 14 minutes by the side of EMS. As soon as that 14, because you could tell from the draft, it's going to have that fall off because you got hero power spikes that are a little bit different. Like here on the other hand, both teams have some excellent scaling so far. So it's a little bit 50-50 in terms of what's going to happen. The carry pick is a solid one, especially to deal with the Alice and the Grok, right? But it's a question of, right now, what you're going to be picking up against the carry. Maybe it's time to go for the Claude pick, because Claude is really good at dealing with carry in lane. Will the side of DMS go for that Claude pick? I don't know. The bans so far are trying to remove a lot of these early game pressure picks. Aurora banning out two of the very meta heroes right now in Leomord and Harith. And the side of DMS, they don't want to... I think they're assuming it's Gwyn on the jungle position at this moment in time, right? So they're banning out more roamers at this particular moment, right? Well, Kalia could be a viable option here. But at the same time, you could also keep Gwyn on the roam too, right? Gwyn is not a bad roamer. It's a bit of a flex pick, right? But I think it's definitely going to be jungle. That's her strongest role right now. Yeah, we saw the carry. We're expecting the Claude to come through. And will we see Asura on the Fanny?
Come on, Dexter.
We saw some excellent Fanny play from Virus last night. Will this be what it needs to be? Oh my goodness, we're gonna see the Fanny come through. Now you gotta worry about it. Gwyn can potentially deal with the Fanny, right? But Moskov is one of the best at dealing with Fanny. But you already picked up the MM, and all you have is the roam to I mean the mid laner to be picked, right? The swap outs have happened. It's Gwyn on the jungle, to be expected. Her strongest role. I'm expecting the Gwyn to start with red buff. Just make sure that you're not going to get invaded. You've got a Grok, you've got a Farsa, you've got a Fanny. Those are all heroes that are built for early game invades. Will they actually go for it though, DMS? Or are the side of Aurora going to be able to defend this, right? A lot of it's going to be, a lot of how this game is going to be determined is going to happen within this first 30 seconds, first 30 to 45 seconds. Yeah, that's actually quite interesting to see the mage as the last pick. And Lu Yi is one of those mages, right? That's quite interesting in terms of like the skill of the hero. The diversion play, the ultimate, as we've seen throughout the course of many tournaments, because I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have been following Waylander Gaming for a while, right? Diversion plays can either be amazing or a TikTok highlight. It's one of the two. As Grok with the scout out, yeah, we expected Gwyn to start with the red. It's like, you will not invade me. I'm going to make sure I get my red first. Ooh, the yin-yang combination. There's definitely going to be no invade. as Lu Yi landing those hits here on Tobruk on the Fasa. That's engagement, right? Could have gotten something set up. Grok in deep, has to flicker back out, will be caught out. Oh, but there's Fanny going in, but the Vengeance coming out. She's got the opportunity to dash between walls. Everybody's in that space. They're in that space where Fanny can just eat everybody alive. Runs out of energy though, now trying to get away. But the flicker comes out from Fasa, hits the flight mode. That was flight mode on, but not the one that cuts off your Wi-Fi, the one that you can use to escape. We expected that early game pressure. It came through, and Fanny with the pick off, with the double. Fanny setting up for a snowball. DMS showing no fear as they want to continue with this high game pressure. There's opportunity to go in. Fanny diving in, has a retribution, steals it. Now can she get out? That's the question. He's going to get trapped in. Oh, fast fingers from Asura as he gets the buff. And oh, no. Gwyn managed to secure the buff. I thought that the Retri came in clutch there. If that happened, right, they would have been very, very, very pleased. Meanwhile, Claude doing what we expect Claude to do on the gold lane, which is have a little bit of a good time up against the carry. One of the counters, Grok goes in. Oh, but there's going to be that the wall in time just to save Faso's force back up. And so Aurora have gotten themselves positional advantage to take this turtle. No blue buff on the Fanny, so there's going to be no immediate engagement. But Guinevere was forced to go for the recall. So that gives Fanny, as we just take a look at Fanny right now, enough time to take the blue buff. It's all about timing right now. Fasa really needs to get that level 4 going. Needs the feathered airstrike, but is very, very careful of that yin-yang combination. Now the skills are available for DMS, but Aurora, they've got the poke onto Grok, who's trying to walk it up, sticking close to the wall, doesn't want to be CC'd up. Sora trying to go in. There's going to be some come out of control coming in, but there's Fanny trying to dash in. The flicker comes out, feathered airstrike, but oh, the Vengeance keeping Gatto safe, but he is quite low. He's going to get stunned up. Fanny back into the mix. Alice with the rotation gets the pick-up kill there, but Sora with the thunder form. However, look at this, Alice in the backline. They want to go in for this Sora as well. The Violet Requiem into the mix is going to be a 1-for-1 exchange, but oh, there's going to be a 3-for-2 exchange. Alice, this is the power of that Alice. She just wants to keep on keeping on as the pressure is being placed. Flicker comes out from Luki. That was brutal, that team fight. Oh, but the wall from Grok. He has a tectonic charge, doesn't use it. Just used it a little bit earlier. It wasn't cooldown, but that swinging that big boulder of his on the shoulder just gets the knock up. Fanny no blue buff. So taking a chance here with the Lord. Guinevere still dealing, with the turtle, sorry. Guinevere still dealing with the blue buff at this moment in time. So no way to contest for this. They're not going for the contest. I think they want to go for some pressure here onto the goal. And oh, the spatial migration into the Violet Requiem. But Claude with the BMI manages to reposition. Has to be a little bit careful. And from the light wheels from the carry team is going to make a rotation across to try to help. So far, no big diversions play from the Lu Yi just yet. But we're going to hold. We're going to wait. Bated breath to see whether that's going to happen. Once more. Carry with the spot out as Fanny tries to go in but decides to back off, which you saw the Gatto and Lu Yi making that rotation. The recall coming out from Claude could allow the carry to eat up a lot of this gold if she realizes. I don't think she does realize just yet, but DMS rotation towards the XP lane. Want to place some pressure here onto the Sora, who could be in some trouble. The wraparound coming in slowly through the river. The diversion play is ready and available. Now the diversion play comes out, but they use it. It spots out the play in the bush as now both teams decide to back off. They don't want to go in too deep just yet, knowing that it's about to be turtle time in about 30 seconds or so. Fanny trying to focus on to carry, but so far Wraith has been quite aware of the timings of the waves, so the potential coming through. But there's going to be Claude blazing duets into the backline. But Carrie pops the light wheels, just eats up the damage, manages to get up. But there's Fanny, potential to come through, goes in. Oh, the flicker away from Carrie. But now option to go in for the cutthroat. They're waiting for the wave to come around, but it's going to be the wraparound play in here. The defensive abilities from Aurora just zoning everyone away. So only flicker being burnt. Turtle is up. It is the third and final turtle of the game. Both teams are going to be heading across here. They're going to try to use that little bit of river speed advantage to make that move. And look at how Grok is hopping along. It looks kind of funny when watching somebody big just jog around like that. Meanwhile, does spot out the Guinevere, who goes in with the spatial migration. Doesn't want to go for the Violet Requiem just yet. Wants to save it for the last minute. But there's this Alice, who caused so much problems. Using the dangerousness of the dangerous grass just behind the turtle to be just zoning away. They know where Alice is, right? So but I mean, you can know where Alice is. You can really go in. Oh, but there's the engagement here onto the Grok. Onto the Gatto, who has to pop the Vengeance just to make sure everything's okay. Nice play from Fanny, keeping the lane pushed in. Wants to force Lu Yi to land that defense. So once again, spatial migration being used to hop over the wall. Looks like it's hurdles in the Olympics time for Guinevere, who now decides to go for the red buff, giving Fanny the opportunity to eat here a little bit. But the vengeance, the retribution coming out from the Guinevere means that's definitely no real contest. They decide to go for the gold lane play. It's the diversion play coming across. Now Claude is in a lot of trouble in here. He's going to try to defend this. He does have the BMI. He goes in with the blazing duets, dancing around there, forcing everybody away. But there's a team making that rotation across. Grok wants to set up with the tectonic charge. He does. There's the feathered airstrike. They take down the Louis. Going in for the Gatto. Claude somehow manages to survive this. Fanny zoning the carry away. Options to take this turret down. It's so close. There's Fanny. Cutthroat comes out. Grok with the chase route. He did pick up a double, but he allows Farsa to secure this one. But with that, look at the trade from Guinevere. Beauty of a trade. Beauty of a trade. Realized that there was nothing to be done to go in for the defense, just deciding and saying, you know what, maybe I cannot defend, but I can seize a major objective, taking out the mid lane turret. So overall, not a bad trade. Gold lead in favor of DMS right now, but it's touch and go. It just being about 2k at this moment. Oh, Gatto, too much damage. Feathered airstrike, blazing duets as they try to turn the target around. Oh, the knock up, the tectonic charge. Light wheels come out from the carry as it's going to be the Guinevere heading in here, trying to fight everybody. But Fanny into the backline, lands the cutthroat, gets out. Could be caught out here, but the Sora, who's like walking towards everybody, she's like, oh, wait a minute here. Oh, no, I don't have enough energy. No blue buff available. Farsa being thundered upon by chaos on that Sora, has to reposition. Oh, actually, that was the Alice. This game, finally tuned, is looking good. It's looking interesting. So far, in terms of pickoffs, we're watching DMS do some damage, right, in terms of the pickoffs. But it was that one big play coming through from Guinevere that gave them a little bit of map control. Now it's all hands to the pump defensive-wise. First Lord of the game is up. Feathered airstrike here onto the Gatto. He does have the AOG. Goes in with it. But there's the Violet Requiem into the mix here as they take everybody down. Blazing duets, not enough. And that's a 3-for-1 exchange. Potential to take the Lord. Will Fanny chance it? She went for that deep push to try to control the map. Does have the blue buff available. Is she going to rotate for this? I don't think so. I think they're going to be sacrificing this, trading the Lord for 2 tier 1 turrets, potentially a tier 2 turret. Carry is there just to protect that, but I don't know. Who would be happier of the trade? I don't know, because it's sort of an evenish trade, right? Sort of. I mean, in terms of future proofing, I would say that Aurora might be the happier of the two, because spatial migration coming through with the Violet Requiem. Fanny trying to land those stacks. Grok with the rotation across here, but Carrie with a light wheel. But there's a potential tectonic charge coming through there. Fanny with the cutthroat comes out, but Gwyn and the spatial migration to cancel the feathered airstrike. Could this have been a play a little bit too far? Guinevere so on point in this match. Take up our Guinevere over the wall, comes out, and Grok, the monster that is Grok, he takes down the Guinevere. My goodness. He was like, fine, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna take down this Guinevere. Well, that was a beautiful spatial migration there to just cancel out the feathered airstrike. Holy shields have been popped, mid and bot, but the numbers not there to capitalize on this for Aurora. But the game has swung. Gold has swung clearly. Granted, the kill count is in the favor of DMS right now, but it's the gold lead that took a big change. Now it's the engagement here onto Fanny by the Sora. Fanny doesn't have the blue buff. He's going to get chased down. The yin-yang combination, but Fanny has just enough energy to disengage. Meanwhile, the fight is being set up. Grok goes tectonic charge. Nobody really there to follow up. The blazing duets is into the mix. Feathered airstrike as well, but it's Sora, the Thunder God, who is managing to get the pickoffs there. It's a 3-for-1 exchange, but Fanny, without the blue buff, waited patiently like an assassin. Now he's going to get chased down here, doesn't have the energy, and Guinevere is just biting away, and that's going to be a double kill. Full team wipe going the way of Aurora. And potential to even steal the blue buff from the Fanny if Aurora actually checks it. You may want... Actually, shh. It was like 3 seconds to go for the Holy Shield to pop. Yeesh. I don't know. I would have held on just a little bit to wait for the 12-minute mark. But, you know, sometimes when you're in the mix of the whole bits of aggression, you're gonna rush things a little bit. But Aurora grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck. However, in terms of scaling right now, it's not over for DMS. You have to keep in mind that you have a Claude, you have a Farsa, and you have an Alice. Those heroes will create the space that's necessary for Fanny to go in for the pickoff. And well, a lot of it's going to come down to Grok and this tectonic charge. But the counters are there as well from the side of Aurora. I mean, Farsa's counter here is Gatto. So, especially with Sora now coming online, because it was the Alice having the better part in the early game. As you can see, Gatto lands the taunt onto Claude. He's going to go in. Oh, no, cancels the AOG. Doesn't want to use it just yet. Alice, the one zoning his backline away. As nobody wants to cast too many skills. They don't want to use too much of it. You need that AOG for the Lord of the game. This Lord is going to be a very, very important Lord. Oh, the spatial migration, Violet Requiem combination as they take down the Farsa. Continuation of the fight. It's the yin-yang combination, blazing duets into the mix there. Alice with the Throne of Ruin. Fanny trying to get something done, but that's 4 taken down. Fanny with the energy. Oh my goodness, that's so low. That 1 HP escapes on the Fanny, but this is opportunity. So Draw is knocking. His only Fanny left alive, and it's Fanny against everybody. Can they do this? Gwyn with a lovely, lovely play there, just easing up some of that turret damage. Now Fanny is going to try to get into the wave. Does clear it out. Fanny against everybody. Takes a double. She bought the time for her team. Is she going to go in for the dance? She can go. But there's going to be the red bar. The blue buff is available. Is she going to really try and take this contest for it? Buying time for the team to come alive. No, doesn't go in for the blue buff. No blue buff available. Oh, you got Carrie. Carrie doesn't have the light wheels. Is going for the recall. But with all of that, space has been created. Fanny doesn't have vengeance. I mean retribution. It's just a couple seconds to go, but you have the potential to really go and take this down. As Claude starting off this Lord, Fanny wants to create the space for her team by pushing in the mid lane. Sora is the one giving vision right now. You have to also be careful of the yin-yang combination coming in from Louis. As Sora waiting patiently, Claude is melting this down, and it's going to be Alice who secures that with the feathered airstrike coming in through, just nuking everybody. Blazing duets, Claude into the backline. The TMS turn this around. The game is swinging in all kinds of direction. This is like a seesaw effect. Oh my goodness, Vengeance coming out. But Alice diving into the backline. They want to zone away. They want to get the trap here onto Gatto. He is a tanky boy. Meanwhile, the rest of the team showing the discipline that's necessary. They got the pickoffs. They got the Lords. Could this be an ending angle for DMS? Can the side of Aurora defend this like the side of DMS did? This is once again knife edge kind of stuff here. It's anybody's game to win. It all comes down to one play, one step, one misstep. Gatto trying to protect this mid lane wave. The feathered airstrike being used for zoning. Nice wave equilibrium here from the side of DMS. They take the mid lane turret, so things have evened up on that front. But we've got all the teams now, all the players into the mix. The Lord marching its way through. Grok trying to find the angle to land the wall. Tectonic charge. They got one more wave making its way. Lord down to half HP, but it's Carry with the light wheels. There's the tectonic charge, forcing everybody back. Throne of Ruin comes out. The zoning is in here. AOG being used to counter, but there's not enough damage just yet. Carry takes down the Alice. Blazing Duets now as a counter engage. The feathered airstrike back now. Can they take down this Gatto? No. There's gonna be the Violet Requiem into the spatial migration coming out as Guinevere forced them back. They did take down 2 tier 3 turrets. Fanny will try to secure a third. No. Ops against that push. And actually now for the first time we'll have the ability to take a blue buff. And once again the game has reset itself. It's all to play for right now. These two are going hammer and tongs at one another. There's the diversion play being used. It's still a minute to go, right? So you want to achieve a degree of map control maybe in the next 30 seconds or so. These roamers in each other's face. If we take a look at the bulls, we're at that moment in time where bulls are looking like pretty much full. Ooh, they take out the Fanny, and this was not the timing. It's just before the Lord. Fanny will spawn up in time for the Lord, but will have no blue buff, as it's going to be now the chase on here into the backline. AOG being used defensively. Luigi trying to walk this up as Alice is the one just pressuring everybody in. Meanwhile, Sora with the Thunderform into the backline. Everything is happening, but take a look at Carry. Carry is going for the split push. There's a tectonic charge off the mark because of the flicker, but Carry, as the distraction is happening, Sora and Ko are just trying to deal with us. The recall is coming in here as oh my goodness, it's so close. It's just one sliver of HP on the minion, but the Carry with a beautiful split push in there. Now wants to add a little bit of extra control, has to flicker back out because you don't want to face that Alice. Not yet anyway. You need some teammates to throw in a little bit of CC, a little bit of ground control. Now the Lord is up. It's not quite the 18-minute Lord, right? You could have waited 10 seconds, but would you wait 10 seconds on a game this finely balanced? I don't think so. As Sora trying to zone the Fanny away, feathered airstrike, zoning everybody away, but it's Carry who takes a killing spree. Aurora with a turnaround. Oh my goodness, Carry on a double, plus they're gonna take the Lord as well. Will this be a team wipe? It's Grok versus everybody. He wants to try to flicker out of this. Carry chasing down the light wheels, really starting to hurt. Lord is marching his way through. Grok does somehow manage to survive, but it's going to be the Grok and Claude versus the world right now as the Lord makes his way through. Wall being thrown out by Grok just to buy some time. They need to buy 15 seconds. Can they buy 15 seconds? That's the question. Lord marching through here. They need to get the block up. The lock-on is on your. Carry is interested in nothing else except the Nexus, and that's game set match going the way of Aurora.
Victory!
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, what a second game we have for the evening. It is going to be MVP going to Guinevere. And at the same time, it's Grok picking up the MVP for DMS. With that being said, we're going to have the next lobby up and running for you in just a little bit. So don't go anywhere. And don't forget to press that like, share, and subscribe button. Don't you forget, as we continue to bring you more and more action in the AFL. But next game up and running. Well played to both teams for providing us with a highly entertaining second match. But congratulations to Aurora on their victory.
Late night. late night, dark blue, feel that way. No rush, I don't chase. Move slow, set the pace. All calm, always. Dark blue, low light, no talk, just vibe. Step in, whole night, all eyes, don't lie. Came in quiet, no scene made, no flashes, clean shade. Everything move when I say, no rush, let it play. Cold air, slow res, no stress, no tears, all smooth, no mess, just steps, wait, let it ride like that, slow, bring it right back. Dark blue, feel that way. No rush, I don't chase. Move slow, set the pace. All calm, always. Dark blue, low light, no talk, just vibe. Step in, whole night, all eyes, don't lie. All black, blue tint glass, no pass, just pass. No sound, just bass. Everything in place, no tone, don't flex. No need, just press. One move, that's set. No doubt, no guess. Down, feel it in your chest now, slow. Everything connect now. Dark blue, feel that way. No rush, I don't chase. Move slow, set the pace. All calm, always. Dark blue, low light, no talk, just vibe. Step in, whole night, all eyes, don't lie. Yeah. Stay cool. Stay cool.
Midnight calling. You feel it too. Low flame flicker in the dark. Cold wind whisper through my heart. Every step echo like a spark. Something tearing me apart. I hear your name in the night, but it don't sound right. Like a ghost in the light, pulling me in. Don't run, don't run. Don't hide too late. Feel it close, can't escape. Heartbeat racing, feel that break. It's inside. Wide awake. Don't run, don't fight, don't speak. Every breath getting weak. Too deep, too far, no sleep. It's inside, underneath.
Slow walk, I don't chase, just follow. Same road, same pain, same hollow. Guitar cry with a tone so cold, like a story already told. Feel that weight in the air right now. Every move got a shadow now. Turn around, but there's no way out. It's locked in.
Wait, it's right behind you. Don't run, don't hide too late. Feel it close, can't escape. Heartbeat racing, feel that break. It's inside. Wide awake. Don't run, don't fight, don't speak. Every breath getting weak. Too inside, underneath. You were never alone.
Slow burn. Midnight air. Slow burn. Midnight air.
Everybody, welcome back to the stream. We're heading into Miracle Gen up against Solstar in game number 3 for the evening. And, well, let's head into that lobby banning phase, which I know some of you are saying is so boring, I don't like it. But, you know, sometimes you gotta learn to like it. It's there as one of the skills that you gotta pick up in the game. You know, apart from learning how to play a particular hero, learning your macros, learning your micros. Well, to be very fair, it's drafting, which is maybe the most fundamental skill that a player can pick up in these 5-man tournament setups. And we're into the first ban with MG going for the glue ban. As we've seen right throughout the course of the tournament, glue a very popular ban because glue very, very strong right now. Following it up with the Harley and Gruck ban, so you can see the meta being removed from the equation. With Xborg as well. So with the Xborg ban, I'm thinking that Solstar might be trying to go a bit more tankier because, I mean, let's be honest, Xborg is there to dish out the damage to the tankier heroes. He's got that true damage capabilities. We saw that last night. Once the overheat procs, it's something special. Psycho Teddy, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday evening and hope everybody has a good week coming up, because you know sometimes we have the Sunday night blues because the Monday morning is on the way and the weekend's over, relaxation is done. But hopefully here, Waylander Gaming, we can bring you the final bit of action before it's Benny bye time and time to get up for work or school or whatever it is on that Monday morning.
Hoot hoot. Horology is my craft. Dicky is my name.
Leomord being banned out by MG. And a very interesting Diggy ban. So we know what Solstar are going for, right? There's no two ways about it. They're going for crowd control. And MG, sensing that the crowd control is on its way, decide to get rid of those frontliners by picking up the Zushin. One of the most annoying mages to be up against if you're in the roam position, because it's just every time you get out, yeah, bring me back in with that lantern of hers. It's super annoying. Shika Wolf or Shikai Wolf with the Kimi in response has the ability to dash and place pressure onto the Zushin. Now Zushin combines very nicely with Hylos. There we can see that's a tick pick coming up by Daisies very early. We knew the big set was coming into play. So maybe you can either... Okay, so MG have some choices here, right? They can go for some hard counters. Maybe pick up the Akai as a hard counter to the Tig. Because, I mean, he's one of those heroes that really does make Tig's life a living nightmare. Excuse me, it all comes down to a choice between... Or rather timing of the implosion into the heavy spin, or they could decide to go for that early game pressured composition, because they've got the Zushin. Maybe if you pick up the Hylos to pair or partner, there we go, the Hylos to partner with the Zushin opens the door for early game pressure, right? And early game pressure against a Tig, because Tig's one of his weaknesses is he needs level 4 to truly come online. He doesn't have the mobility to deal with these high mobility roams, like a Hylos is a mobility roam, does have a certain degree of mobility, right? And especially with the Revitalize spell being picked up, creates that opportunity to pile in pressure. Muncie being picked up because it looks like they're probably going to go for a bit of a dash hero on the XP lane. They don't want to have to deal with this. It looks like Solstar, they came in with a definite team composition in mind, and they're just banning out what could be potential weaknesses to their style of play.
Still waters run deep.
Your team is
And the
banned.
final ban being a Ling ban, which I strongly suspect is a respect ban onto General Ling. But we do have MF Doom with the final ban, and bans out the carry, which causes problems when it comes to the high loss, and is not the easiest MM, or not one of the easier MMs to lane against. So it looks like they're switching the Kimmy to the gold lane. Interesting, very, very interesting. The switch to Kimmy onto the gold lane. And they want to go for the Vexana Tig combination. So Solstar are going to have to be quite patient in the early part of the game. Up until level 4. Right? Because you've got MG with some crazy early game potential so far, especially with the Yuzong, right? So Yuzong, then you maybe going to get a Fovius pick coming through on Princess Peach, just to try and help deal with that Yuzong. Potentially an Alice as well. General Ling, the Suyu would be nice in here. Create that extra bit of mobility and some very fast jungle clear speeds. Plus, he can deal with an Alpha when Alpha is low, because there is quite a bit of range on his execute skill. Well, I call it the execute skill. It's basically when you tap the second skill. Final pick coming through. Princess Peach. Some Super Mario vibes here with the name. It makes that song play in my head a little bit. With the XP lane pick, right? What are they going to be thinking of picking up here? That's the question. What would you want to use to face up against the Yuzong? Terizla maybe. Terizla maybe, right? Okay, look. It synergizes with the rest of the team in terms of team fight composition. But it lacks a little bit of mobility overall. Like, the mobility from the side of Solstar is not quite there, but the team fight potential is very, very high. Whereas you're looking at MG with a lot of mobility, right? And they do have some team fight spells as well into the mix. So who do you think won this draft? I'd be very interested to know. But the way that MG have to play this game is they're going to have to use that mobility that they have to their advantage. Whereas Solstar, they need to be more patient, a little bit less aggressive, and just wait to fight around objectives. Just make sure that they're not going to have any wraparound plays and deep wave cuts that can cause problems for them not getting into position on time. But other than that, right, they're going to have to play around the team fight moments, because they've got a composition meant for team fight potential. But with that being said, let's head into game number 3 of the evening. So, you know, we've got another 2 games coming up here after this one. But let's see who's going to be taking the 3 points in this matchup between Miracle Gen and Solstar. And as we say that anticlimactically, we have a pause. We always have a pause. At some point in time in the evening, we're going to have a pause. That's just the way it goes. We live in the land of pauses. It is what it is. What can we do? These things, they happen. We'll find out very soon what was the issue. And hopefully it gets corrected in lickety-split fashion. Okay, so it was the Zushin still loading in there, as we can see, still in the base, so a good spot out by the referees. As we wait for Zushin to be ready. And back into the mix so we can get this game started. We do have, sadly, right? We do have only a 5-minute max pause. It's to make sure that the games are going to transition very smoothly. It was in the fine print, the terms and conditions when you're signed up for the AFL. So, but I'm assuming everybody knows this, right? Because let's be honest, if you're participating in tournaments here on Waylander Gaming, most of you have been part of the scene so far, which was why we got involved with organizers from across Africa to get the AFL set up, because it's time that we showcase that there's so many teams, so many players, and a very active Mobile Legends scene here in Africa. So what we're hoping to achieve is a more permanent MPL style setup here. And I'm sure Moonton is watching. They do pop in every once in a while to check how the streams are going, to be fair. So, you know, that's always a bonus to know that they're there and thereabouts, and just making sure that we're doing the right things and our statistics are all up and on point as we now finally head into the game. Zushin back into the mix. Didn't lose any minions, I would say, fortunately for the Zushin, but that did delay them in terms of being able to go in for the pressured play. But are they going to really go for this? I don't know. Hylos here, just trying to help his jungler farm a little bit faster. Meanwhile, the Litho being taken down by the mid lane duo of Solstar. As Zushin sees the opportunity to clear the wave. Tig just zoning away. Now could drags the second skill back onto a Hylos as Vexana lands a combination. But this is what a Zushin does. It's just super annoying. As both teams rotating towards the gold lane. Shikai Wolf taking that gold crab just to get a little bit of extra farm. But positioning from both MMs on point. I'm loving this from the Beatrix. Look at the wave equilibrium. Very nicely done by Beatrix. Keeping it close. Gonna force the Kimmy to maybe overextend. Just trapping everything underneath the turret. And Kimmy is losing some gold like this. I mean, if you look at it, right, and if these minion waves just keep on hitting each other, it's going to be a bit of an issue. Meanwhile, here on the top lane, both teams getting themselves ready and set for the first turtle of the match, first major objective. It's not level 4 timings yet for both the mage and the roamer. The mage should be able to pick up that level 4 anytime now, as Tig now, he really does need that level 4 Black Dragon form into the mix now, as it's going with a Petrify combination landing onto 3. But now the follow-up from the team as Yuza wants to get the passive landed. He does manage to get it. The Revitalize coming in clutch. It's going to be the setup in there, the force back from everybody. But there's Terizna, has the penalty zone, holding on to it. Glorious Pathway being used as a re-engagement tool. But oh my goodness, it's Alpha who takes down the Hylos. Spear of Alpha comes out. Was that an overextension there from the side of MG? They're being pressured upon here. Alpha trying to get that passive to proc one more time. Turtle did go the way of MG, but Solstar with the pickoffs, making the trade-off actually a little bit in their favor, to be fair. Building up a reasonable gold lead, almost 1k gold lead at the 3-minute mark is something you wouldn't sneeze at. You'd definitely say, I can work with that gold lead. Kimmy finally managing to disrupt that wave equilibrium that Beatrix was pulling in. As there's the Tig. Now has the level 4. The implosion is available, but you're not going to want to try to cast that onto the Hylos. Takes a bit of poke damage, but Daisy's not too stressed about the poke damage. Heals back up once more. As mid lane control has been established. Meanwhile, on the XP lane, it's this battle between the Terizla and the Yuzong. Sustain versus sustain. And the longer this goes on, the more Terizla sustain is going to be A very useful Hylos into the back line. There's the Black Dragon form. Zushin with the Crimson Lantern as Hylos gets the kill in there. Now there's a penalty zone being used in, but Yuzong is getting the setup for his team. Glorious pathway. The chase is on. There's the lift off. This is the power of a Zushin. It's going to be the slashes coming out from Suyu, who picks up a double 20 seconds before this next objective, but Alpha is back into the mix now, wants to try to get something done, does manage to secure his little creep here. Both junglers are roughly around the same level, but it looks like the side of Miracle Gen wanna go for a miracle play here onto the gold lane. Kimmy, does she sense the danger? Does Shikai Wolf have that wolf sense? Does realize camps in the bush, nice positioning, staying a bit safe. Meanwhile, Turtle has been started off here. Nice pull from the Turtle by the Suyu, keeping it on his side here. But has to be careful of the Implosion Spear of Alpha. The jump in, there's going to be the second skill. The Implosion play is still up and running and waiting. They are going to go for this here. Now the Implosion play catches onto 2, but the follow-up is in there. Glorious pathway does come out. Shikai manages to take down 2, make that 3. It's a double going the way of the Vexana, and even though they got the Turtle, it's Solstar with the dub there, I would say, in terms of winning that engagement. Now, lovely second skill, but the Purify from Beatrix just keeping her alive and active. Almost managed to trade it off for the bot lane turret, which would have evened things up a little bit. This gold lane battle is quite intense, I must admit. Once again, both teams rotating, realizing the gold lane could be their potential win condition if the trade-offs keep happening like this. There's going to be Yuzong, who's going to get caught out. This is the full combination. The lift up, it should Implosion play, but they do manage to take him down. The Eternal Guardian and the Spear of Alpha. The counter engages on. It's a 1-for-1 glorious pathway being committed there, just as a bit of a disengaged tool. But it was a 1-for-1 exchange. It's Roma for jungler, as a Hylos now being CC'd up, takes some poke damage from the Kimmy, but keeping this Beatrix safe and creating the distraction as they could potentially take down the mid lane turret. It's so low, they're risking it for the biscuit, as they say, but they do manage to secure mid lane, and MG would be very pleased with that. Lost the trade-off in the bot, but would not be too unhappy, keeping themselves within touching distance of the gold. But this map control is the name of the game, as we're going to be heading into the mid game in just about 2 minutes time. Third and final turtle is up. By the time they take this and the Lord spawns, we'll be at that mid game moment. And that's where things start to get a little bit iffy, a little bit dicey, as Suyu trying to take this turtle down as quickly as he possibly can. Take in the backline as there's Hylos. Zushin with a combination there, as now the full combination is coming through. There's the Implosion play, but the Purify coming up from the Beatrix. She's turning around with the rockets. Suyu in there a little bit late. The flicker is in there. The shotgun blast slightly off the mark from Beatrix, but she goes in for the chase, manages to secure that kill. As that's going to be kills, turrets, and Turtle all going the way of MG. They've taken the game by the scruff of the neck, gets a blue buff steal at the same time, and now the game has swung. Those mid-game moments, this is what it's all about. Can decide quite a bit of the outcome of a match. Let's just put the builds up online. We can see what everybody's building towards at this mid-game stage. And now they want to get the final bit of map control to the side of MG, forcing the Terizla back, zoning him away. Now they secure this. Are they going to go in for that aggressive play? I think it might be time to back off. Tig with the wraparound play was trying to get him going for that implosion, but has to seconds kill to a bit of safety. The counter jungling is happening thick and fast as they secure the little Teddy on the side there, just to deny a little bit more farm. You know these things about counter jungling, right? It's when we say denying farm, it really means denying farm. It's like double the farm that you'd expect. Hylos trying to get the poke out. Oh, the implosion play onto no one, as now the turnaround. They take out the tick. Hylos, glorious pathway and revitalize. Spear of Alpha being used defensively, but there is going to be Dragon Airways into the back line as he's going to get the knock up. He gets the sustain. Does he escape? Yes, he does. Oh, Oh, what, it was a little bit too deep in there for General Ding. He went for it. He did go for it. A high loss with the zoning, creating enough space for a tier 2 turret to form. Like I said, MG, scruff off the neck. They've grabbed this. The only thing they could say is losing the jungler was not the most beneficial thing, especially considering the Lord is up and running. Nice push here from the user. Opting not to recall. We'll regen on the minions, right? Just to get that bit of distraction. Doesn't have the Black Dragon form, right? Glorious Pathway is still there to be used, but it's really the Beatrix damage to melt down this Lord. So nicely done by the side of MG as they pressure Solstar back. High loss with the wave pull. Mid lane being left alone for the most part, which is what you want. You want to achieve that wave equilibrium. What I'm really liking, right? Because I have been streaming for quite a while. Oh, a pause. Pause meta. Once more. It's Vexana this time, so the full 5 minutes is available for the side of Solstar. Yes, I could tell you. There's an Italia out. It happens, it happens. Look, I've done that myself as well, right? But you know, it is funny when it does happen. Yeah, so what I was saying was, right, I've been streaming games here. It'll be heading on to 2 years in a couple of months, right? And in this time frame, I've been in the front line, in the basically in the main seat, to watch the improvement of players and teams across the server. I will say this, 2 years ago, when I first started streaming, the number of teams that never managed wave equilibrium was just like, it was like almost everybody. It was just a few teams. I'd say 80% of the teams didn't manage wave equilibrium. 20% did, right? Now it's shifting, the scales are shifting. You can see how much of time and effort you, the viewers, who are participating in the tournaments, have been putting in to improve yourself in a game that is complex in terms of all the different levels of knowledge that you require. And it's quite fantastic and fascinating to observe this improvement. It's almost like taking a step back and watching creation grow from the beginning into what it is right now. So we're watching or witnessing the birth of maybe the next powerhouse region on the African continent, and maybe for Mobile Legends overall. Maybe we're witnessing the beginning, the growing pains, shall we say, of this. Hopefully it turns out the way I dreamed it would. We get Africa on the map. So, you know, I'm looking at all of you, waiting to see which one of you is going to step up and be the next big thing, the next Kyrie, the next Keyboy, the next Sans, you know, who's going to be pulling in there. Maybe the next Blacklist International, when they were so dominant back in the day. Let's watch. The AFL is going to prove quite a bit. But we are, granted, still in the seeding phase, so there is time aplenty for improvements. All of this here is not just a learning experience, it's a showcase experience. It's something that you want to do, you want to win to try to get to the next level and next stage of the competition. But at the same time, it's moments where you can go and review what you did, how you've been working with it, and like to make sure that this is straight out for the community, because we always say things are for the community, but words are just words. Actions, they always speak louder than words. For all the games that are off stream, we've been saying this to everybody, we've got to get more YouTube channels out there. We've got to get more people streaming, especially like if you're in a squad and a competitive squad, to have your gameplay put up. We only say this as the rules to uploading content for offline games. If you want to upload it to your squad channel, it has to be done the day after the tournament. Cannot be done on the day off, because that creates issues, like in terms of the integrity of the competition, which cannot be compromised. And one other favor we ask, just in the description of your video, put a hashtag Waylander Gaming and let us know that you got it up there. Just inform us that you're going to do that, and we'll help promote your stream and the content of it. But it has to be the day after for anything that's offline. Online streams, well, the streams are here, so there's no reason for anybody to do that. Lord barreling its way down the mid lane. The pressure being placed on here. Somehow Yusong escapes with 1 HP. With the passive coming out there as the chase is on here. As they do get a 1-for-1 trade-off with the Lord just barreling into the mid lane. And so it's just the 1 tier 2 turret still standing. I think MG will be happy. At the same time, even Solstar would be happy. They're like, okay, look, we didn't lose any tier 3 turrets. We've managed to defend this. So happiness all around, which is not a usual thing in Mobile Legends. Normally, we don't get much happiness. Especially if you solo queue rank. Penalty zone, but woof, the damage from this Beatrix. And it's woof indeed. That was a big lot of damage very, very quickly. Especially onto a Terizla. As the competition heats up both on the map and in the live chat for who's going to have the #1 spot on the viewership. Oh yes, for those of you who haven't checked it out, go and see the giveaway video. It's not the only giveaway that's coming up. There's going to be more. We're finally getting to that point where sponsors are starting to step in. They've taken note of the African region, and they're saying, hey, we got some gamers here. Let's try and sponsor them some stuff. So don't forget to participate in that giveaway. Like I said, it's going to be the first of many. We're heading to that moment in time where preparation needs to be done for the next Lord coming up, and this is going to be a bit of an important one for both teams. But with the map control being on the side of Miracle Gen, they'll be hoping to try to secure this uncontested as their frontliners are zoning the way they should be zoning. A little bit of a potential invade here could be dangerous. Suyu with the pressure being placed on the top lane. Lord has spawned, as we can see on the screen. That bit of distraction. Beatrix the one starting it up. Suyu joining suit as they have their players in the zoning positions just to make sure uncontested, which it is. Now once again, they have achieved the wave equilibrium that they wanted with the previous Lord. It's a question of making sure that that's going to be the case. Hylos here just trying to bait everybody out, because if they can force an engagement just before the Lord spawns up and crashes in, get the pickups, it could create an ending angle, right? So mid lane being allowed to push in on its own. The Lord is in here. Suyu trying to deal with the top lane, trying to make sure that that equilibrium is balanced, which it should be. More or less, Beatrix taking care of the bot. They've got that wave equilibrium on point. Lord setting up for the charge. There should be a tier 3 turret being taken out. Now the Black Dragon form comes in for the zone in. And there's going to be the Spirit of Alpha coming out here as they're going to take down one. The implosion play catches onto everybody. Oh my goodness. But there's so much damage from this Beatrix, who's just repositioning. That Purifier's been on point. Now is Beatrix just offloading with the rockets as they take down 4. It's only Kimmy left alive. Suyu dashes back to a bit of safety as this final wave is in here. They want to get the lock on. This could be it. Game set match going the way of Miracle Gen.
Victory!
Well played to both teams, but a strong performance coming out here from Miracle Gen. Super Shady picking up the MVP on the Hylos, and Shikai Wolf doing the same for the side of Solstar. Highly entertaining match. All gold, as you can see, from both teams here, but it's Miracle Gen. They put the squeeze on in the mid game and took it all the way into the late. Nice timing from them as they pick up the 3 points. But with that being said, we're gonna head off back into the pause screen just for a little bit. You know the drill. We still have 2 more games to go for the night. Next up is going to be Poisonous Gaming up against Shadow Garden 12. and that's going to be coming through in just a few seconds. So don't go anywhere. Buckle up, buckle in, lock in. It's time for the next game in just a moment. And don't forget to press that like, share, and subscribe buttons.
Late night, dark blue, feel that way. No rush, I don't chase. Move slow, set the pace. All calm, always. Dark blue, low light, no talk, just vibe. Step in, whole night, all eyes, don't lie. Came in quiet, no scene made, no flashes, clean shade. Everything move when I say, no rush, let it play. Cold air, slow res, no stress, no tears, all smooth, no mess, just steps, wait, let it ride like that, slow, bring it right back. Dark blue, feel that way. No rush, I don't chase. Move slow, set the pace. All calm, always. Dark blue, low light, no talk, just vibe. Step in, whole night, all eyes, don't lie. All black, blue tint glass, no pass, just pass. No sound, just bass, everything in place. No tone, don't flex, no need, just press. One move, that's set, no doubt, no guess. Down, feel it in your chest, now slow. Everything connect now. Dark blue, feel that way. No rush, I don't chase. Move slow, set the pace. All calm, always. Dark blue, low light, no talk, just vibe. Step in, whole night, all eyes, don't lie. Yeah. Stay cool. Stay cool.
Midnight calling. You feel it too. Low flame flicker in the dark. Cold wind whisper through my heart. Every step echo like a spark. Something tearing me apart. I hear your name in the night, but it don't sound right. Like a ghost in the light, pulling me in. Don't run, don't run. Don't hide too late. Feel it close, can't escape. Heartbeat racing, feel that break. It's inside. Wide awake. Don't run, don't fight, don't speak. Every breath getting weak. Too deep, too far, no sleep. It's inside, underneath.
Slow walk, I don't chase, just follow. Same road, same pain, same hollow. Guitar cry with a tone so cold, like a story already told. Feel that weight in the air right now. Every move got a shadow now. Turn around, but there's no way out. It's locked in.
Wait, it's right behind you. Don't run, don't hide, too late. Feel it close, can't escape. Heartbeat racing, feel that break. It's inside. Wide awake. Don't run, don't fight, don't speak. Every breath, getting weak. Too deep, too far, no sleep. It's inside.
Slow burn. Midnight air. Slow burn. Midnight air. Through the street, heavy steps feel it drag on me. Oh, soul rhythm deep in my chest, every breath like a test, like a test. Guitar crying a minor key, something out there watching me. Feel it close, but I can't see, just shadows following me. Something ain't right. Run now, don't slow, don't freeze. Heartbeat banging like a drum in me. Too close, can't breathe, can't think. Dark outside and it's hunting me, yeah. Run now, don't stop, don't turn. Feel that pressure, feel that burn. Too late, no space, no peace. Everything closing in on me. Back to the groove, but it feel off. Same road, but the light gon' solve. Strings cry, yeah, the tone get rough. Like the world just ain't enough. Dust rising the worn out boots. Truth hit harder than the proof. Something moving in the roots. Feel it crawling, feel it move. Oh, it's getting closer. Run out, don't slow, don't freeze. Heartbeat banging like a drum in me. Too close, can't breathe, can't think. Dark outside and it's hunting me, yeah. Run now, don't stop, don't turn. Feel that pressure, feel that burn. Too late, no space, no peace. Everything closing in on me. drumming me. Too close, can't breathe, can't think. Dark outside and it's haunting me, yeah. Run now, don't stop, don't turn. Feel that pressure, feel that burn. Too late, no space, no peace. Everything closing in on me. Still there. Still there. This for the team. From zero, cold nights, no light, just a vision, one mic. No name, no height, just fight. Built it brick by brick. Alright. Every doubt turned to fuel. Every loss made me move. But it wasn't just me in the room. Every step I was walking with you. Hold up. Hands up if you've been here. All this time, yeah, we still here. From the dark to the light. 2K, that's life. Yeah, we built this side by side. We rise, hear the crowd, feel the vibe. This time, thank you all for the ride. Every view, every name, every face, every moment you stayed. When it felt like it wouldn't break, you the reason it changed. Now it's louder, bigger, real. Still the same, still the feel. We done, we just reveal what we building, what we will.
Never fall, never fade. Stand is the path that we made.
We rise,
We rise,
we rise,
all night.
all night.
We rise,
We rise,
side by side.
side by side.
We rise,
From the dark to the light.
2K, that's life.
Yeah, we built this side by side.
We rise,
Hear the crowd, feel the vibe.
this ours, this time.
Thank you all for the ride. It's just the start.
You feel it changing, don't you? Blue light bleeding through the haze, slow shift in the way it plays. Every step rearrange the space, like the world don't feel the same. Something turning in the air, pulling deeper, pulling there. Every breath got weight to bear,
Like a voice without a prayer, I hear it.
call me in.
no warning.
It begins.
Let go,
Stand close.
don't fight.
Just know. Step in.
Feel that change.
No fear.
No name,
New ground.
no frame,
We rise. We claim. No past.
no change.
No loss.
Just gain.
Too far to stay the same.
We break.
We change.
Low tone in the way I move. No rush, just something new. Every line I step into feels like I was always due. Guitar cry, but it don't feel pain. Just a shift in a different lane. What was lost don't feel the same. What I am, can't explain.
I see it.
In your eyes,
That moment.
when it rises. Hold,
Don't fade.
breathe,
This way. Step in.
feel that change.
No fear.
No name,
New ground.
no frame,
We rise. We claim. No past.
no change.
No loss.
Just gain.
Too far to stay the same.
We break.
We change.
This ain't what we used to be. Now we see what we can be. Pulse. Silence.
Step in.
Feel that change.
No fear.
No name,
New ground. We rearrange. No past.
no change.
No loss.
Just gain.
Too far to stay the same. We change. We change.
We change.
We change. We change. We changed.
Late night, dark blue, feel that way. No rush, I don't chase. Move slow, set the pace. All calm, all wait. Dark blue, low light, no talk, just vibe. Step in, whole night, all eyes, don't lie. Came in quiet, no scene made, no flashes, clean shade. Everything move when I say no rush, let it play. Cold air, slow res, no stress, no tears, all smooth, no mess, just steps, wait, let it ride like that, slow, bring it right back. Dark blue, feel that way. No rush, I don't chase. Move slow, set the pace. All calm, all wait. Dark blue, low light, no talk, just vibe. Step in, whole night, all eyes, don't lie. All black, blue tint glass, no past, just past, no sound, just bass. Everything in place, no tone, don't flex, no need, just press. One move, that's set, no doubt, no guess. Down, feel it in your chest, slow, slow. Everything connect now. Dark blue, feel that way. No rush, I don't chase. Move slow, set the pace. All calm, always. Dark blue, low light, no talk, just vibe. Step in, whole night. All eyes, don't lie, yeah. Stay cool. Stay cool.
Midnight calling. You feel it too. Low flame flicker in the dark. Cold wind whisper through my heart. Every step echo like a spark. Something tearing me apart. I hear your name in the night, but it don't sound right. Like a ghost in the light, pulling me in. Don't run, don't run. Don't hide too late. Feel it close, can't escape. Heartbeat racing, feel that break. It's inside. Wide awake. Don't run, don't fight, don't speak. Every breath getting weak. Too deep, too far, no sleep. It's inside, underneath.
Slow walk, I don't chase, just follow. Same road, same pain, same hollow. Guitar cry with a tone so cold, like a story already told. Feel that weight in the air right now. Every move got a shadow now. Turn around, but there's no way out. It's locked in.
Wait, it's right behind you. Don't run, don't hide too late. Feel it close, can't escape. Heartbeat racing, feel that break. It's inside. Wide awake. Don't run, don't fight, don't speak. Every breath getting weak. Too deep, too far, no sleep. It's inside.
burn. Midnight air. Slow burn. Midnight air. Low light, cold wind through the street. Heavy steps feel it drag on me. Oh, soul rhythm deep in my chest. Every breath like a test, like a test. Guitar crying a minor key. Something out there watching me. Feel it close, but I can't see. Just shadows following me.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Sadly, we had a little bit of some scheduling issues there, but that has been taken care of. And so we move on to the next game, which is Chaos Division up against Vinland Saga, as you can see from the poll. And let's head into the match, as it was Vinland Saga winning the coin toss. And so they're going to be our first picks and first bans coming through as we switch up. Action Central, ready, time to go.
Welcome to the greatest magic show.
And
of
as
all
expected,
Is banning.
the little magic boy never gets to see the light of day. Banned out already.
I'm Yin, and I won't lose
Your
myself,
team is
no matter
banning.
what.
Yeah, so thank you, Sid, for the
clouds are ever
explanation
shifting.
there
Your team
to
is banned.
Desire
Steadfast.
Ghost. Yeah, you got to join the community, and then you'll be informed as to when these tournaments start. Unfortunately, right, registration for the AFL is closed, right? So these are the teams that are competing. There will be other tournaments up and coming and running where you can join in and be aware of what's happening. Don't forget to follow what's going on here, not just on our socials, but in the
Different perspectives expose the same
community as well, and on our YouTube channel, so you can be fully aware of when all of these big major tournaments are taking place. But just getting back to the bans, Sora, Glue, Yin, I think is a definite respect ban, Kadita and Marcel being taken straight off the map. Yeah, Kazuma. I was also quite surprised by the Yin ban. But whenever you see something that's that off meta being banned, you can pretty much put your money on the table and say, yeah, this is a respect ban. So Vinland's Paponi with the first pick. There's quite a few things still left open right now, right?
It is better
And they
to be
decided to
feared
go,
than loved.
interestingly enough, with
If
a
you
aim on
cannot both.
first pick. That's very interesting. So there's still a lot of counters available. Anything basically with AoE damage is the bane, the nightmare, the problems that can be used to deal with when it comes to an Amon. Because you can really hurt him. I would expect potentially a Hylos pick, because Hylos has that. I mean, you know, number one, Hylos is going to be one of those heroes who's going to try to get in onto the jungler, and well, that AOE damage from his second skill is one of those ones where you can say, all right, second skill damage from that second skill, and you can cancel out his conceal, because without the conceal, he's got problems. And yeah, Kazuma, it's it has to be no other way. 100% agree, it has to be like that. Desire, you are welcome. We're glad to have you in the community. We're always looking for new and upcoming teams to come and join in the mix to show us what you're capable of on the big stage here. This is where it all is happening. The biggest MLBB scene in the Southern African region, and potentially the biggest in Africa, right? Because we were edging in that direction, right? But that being said, it looks like Chaos Division opting not to go for anything majorly AoE. Potentially Leomord can be used to deal with the Amon. Hilda, the pick that they want to go for, which, in terms of the two picks they have so far, right? These are two ultra aggressive early game major early game aggression that comes out from these two heroes. So I'm expecting some jungle invades to happen, because one of the problems with certain assassin picks is this early game invade. However, with the Lunox pick coming through from Vinland in the mid lane, means that Hilda, at least once Lunox gets to level 4, is going to be crazy difficult to try to go in for those invades. Because, I mean, Hilda is just gonna, as Hilda goes in onto the Lunox, she's gonna Brilliance form away and then just Dark Ultimate your ass. And you're just gonna be taking a ton of damage. Monos provides that bit of sustainability and big team fight potential. But it looks like Chaos Division want to try to counter that by picking up the Eve, outrange the Lunox, slow down the Minnow, because Minnow's mobility is quite low, and the slows from from Eve can be quite problematic. Interesting carry ban coming in from Chaos Division. It's making me think that they want to go a bit more tankier in terms of the XP lane pick coming through. Alice is always a good ban from Finland, right? Because, I mean, Alice is problematic. Very problematic, as we've all seen throughout the course of matches.
Chivalry is dead, and I will revive it.
Chessman going for that Clint pick. Clint is one of those heroes that's neither here nor there, right? He's decent enough so that no matter what gets picked up in the gold lane, unless of course it's a Freya, right, which is still open by the way, you're gonna have an okay-ish time. Ooh, have we featured an Argus in the tournament so far? I don't think so. In fact, we haven't featured an Argus in so long that I don't think I remember his ultimate's name. Let's see. Maybe we'll make this into a guessing game. Who can name Argus ultimate before I can find it?
Grimlock, smartest Dinobot of all!
Well, we'll see who's going to be naming it. And very interesting Groot going for a old school MM that was in the meta for a bit of time with the Roger pick.
This land is our homeland, and it will soon be your burial ground.
Baku Bucks on the Lapu to deal with that Argus. Argus has Inspire, right? Which is a deadly spell on him. Once he gets level 4 especially. So the way this game is set up right now, Chaos Division also have a timer, a clock. Well, Kazuma and Sid, right? It's I think you guys are right. It is a debut for Eve, but Eve is still strong, right? Just slightly out of, I would say, the top 3 or 4 mages. Just slightly out of that. So personally, I would rank Eve as A tier, not S tier, but on the cusp of it, just like on the very edge of being S tier, because she does have the ability to deal with heroes that have low mobility and force them to even bigger problems. At the same time, she could be used to help against the Amon pick, right? Because she's got that AoE spell slows, and when she hits the real world manipulation, it's going to, I mean, it's got big AoE damage, so he's not going to be able to land that conceal. He's just going to have to try to pop the endless shards and get out. But with that being said, we're into the matchup. Vinland up against Chaos Division. This is the first time I'm personally getting to see Vinland, so I'm quite interested to see what they bring to the table. Chaos Division, they've been part of the Academy, did very well, I must admit, in the Academy season, which was not too long ago. As you can see here, Dark Ultimate out just to hurt that Hilda, because we all know what Hilda wants to do. Hilda just wants to be in your face. She's wielding that big war axe, comes in, goes in for the timing, tries to chase onto the Amon. Amon takes a lot of damage, but now Hilda, he could be caught out. Oh, goes for the flicker, has the dash away, and oh, so close. Gets the escape there. Forces the Amon, but he's going to heal back up with the passive from that conceal form. But Hilda burning through the flicker. I think maybe Revitalize could have been a better spell choice. I don't know what you guys think. right? But I personally would have been thinking the Revitalize might have been better because it allows you to invade a little bit more, put a little bit more pressure. As you can see once more, they just want to zone this Lunox away, control the mid lane, and it's a 2v3 situation because Minnow right now is just helping the jungler not be invaded. Who takes some damage, but Clint there with the first blood. I didn't even expect that. I was just busy watching the jungle, and Clint was like, no, watch me. Watch me. Oh, but there's going to be the... Can he get the endless shards off? Not in time. The flicker coming through from Clint, keeping himself safe. Meanwhile, Lunox being forced back as it's just about 12 seconds to go for the first turtle of the game. Lapu already trying to get himself set up for the lane cut. Argus has to be careful. He's close to that level 4 timing. Does have the Inspire as Lapu will just reposition the... And just so you know, right, it's the Eternal Evil. That's the name of Argus's ultimate. Thank you, Google. Lapo now. He's got the Bravest Fighter going in with that Bravest Fighter flickers. Lands the combination onto A1 who goes in with the endless shots. They try to reposition. It's the real world manipulation into the mix as they take down one. It's going to be the second kill coming through as a Leomord with that Phantom Steed. Oh, but the endless evil being popped. Meanwhile, Minnow being chased down here. Hilda gets the pickoff kill, and that's 3-0 exchange in the favor of Chaos Division Turtle as well. Hilda wants to go in and steal that buff. Oh, so close, but now has to disengage. Lunox does have the Dark Ultimate available, so you don't really want to go for that, as if there's going to be the engagement here. Nice second skill, and the combination coming through, but the Lycan form being used by Roger just to get back to a little bit of safety, because Clint is not a hero you like to trade off with. Like we said, he's neither here nor there, but he's somewhere in terms of how the trading works. I'd say he's B tier. Maybe if you want to squeeze it A tier, but in my mind, Clint is B tier because of certain disadvantages that he possesses. However, up against a Roger, at least for the early part of the game, he's got that damage out. But now the engagement here onto Minnow, and as we know, Minnow squishy in the early game, kill going the way of Chessman, who is having a wonderful time here on the gold lane. Rocking up the gold. Now it's going to be Lunox with the camp out. Switches to the Brilliance form just to escape the tensions of the Hilda real world manipulation being baited out. But now it's the engagement. Lycan Pounce coming in. Endless shards with the follow-up. The chase is on here. It's Leomord with the Phantom Steed. Tries to get the turnaround as Hilda did disengage. Clint is into the mix as well. He's in the house. He wants to make his presence known with the rapid fire bullets. Quick rotation here from Argus as he's placing pressure onto the mid lane, gaining that little bit of extra gold, because Argus could be a win condition depending on how long the game goes on. But now the engagement, well, it's the Minoan Fury coming out. The English shots is not there as Amon caught underneath the turret as Shawno one with one slash of the blade secures our kill. You know how good it is to secure our kill. Once more, Hilda just forcing the Brilliance form out from the Lunox, not giving space. Jungle invade on here from the side of Chaos Division, knowing how important it is to take away farm from your the enemy jungler. They do secure that blue buff and have the skills and the ability to try and secure this Lord. Argus moving back to lane, knowing his teammates are not close by to be able to come and join in with this fight. Amon like trying to get the conceal, but look at that from the Eve, just forcing or cancelling that as it's going to be a buff. Turtle secured by the Leomord. Endless Shard does come out, but the real world manipulation is into the mix here as the Eternal Evil being committed from the Argus, trying to engage onto the Eve. The chase is on, but it runs out as Eve gets the return kill. It's going to be Roger with the rotation here towards the mid lane, but it's Clint seizing the opportunity. He does have the ability to just spam that passive as Roger wants to try to get in, but I think this is going to be first turret down for the game. Clint takes it down, but now the engagement from Roger. Second skill, there's the combination. Lycan Pounce, he tries to go in there, trying to outsustain the Clint, but Clint with the turnaround. Killing spree for the Clint. And at the same time, Lapu almost got the opportunity to take this bot lane turret. Should actually be able to do so if he goes in, opting not to, allowing the minion wave to deal with it. Does Arcus have the damage to take it out before look at that, it's just one hit away, but somehow Clint does escape. Hilda want to engage onto the Amon, who's using that conceal play nicely to disengage there. Yeah, so just to answer your question about Roger, so Roger used to be very, very strong, right? And then there was a drop off because certain updates happened, right? He doesn't have that ability to go in with that amount of poke damage. Bravest fighter into the mix. They take down Amon, and they're going for the buff steal as well. Eve, the one securing the buff. Mid lane being protected by the minnow, but the pressure being piled on, as we would expect with Chaos Division's composition. So Roger's main focus is to try to deal with tankier heroes. Lovely real world manipulation coming through as positioning from Chessman on that Clint on point, helping his team secure another kill. He's 3-0 and 3. Pressure meanwhile being placed onto the top lane. Argus does not have Eternal Evil. So they know that and seizing the opportunity right now, going in for a lane cut. The Lapo meanwhile, mid lane turret has been secured as it is time for the third and final turtle. Amon trying to position himself for a potential steal here, but Hilda scouting out, forcing Amon to give vision of himself, just zoning and distracting as Leomord is making his way across here. Turtle has been started up. Lapo is on the hunt here for this Amon. He knows the bravest fighter can be used to deal with the concealment. They do take down that turret. Oh, now the engagement of Argus. He has to pop the Eternal Evil, but they're not allowing him to hit anybody. Forced back there. Amon trying to find a wraparound play. Maybe go for a bit of a jungle steal. Potentially is in there. Could he be scouted out? No, he's not. He actually manages to steal the buff and get away. Meanwhile, the blue buff is being stolen here on the other end. It's a bit of a trade-off, so wise decision here from the Amon, just to make sure he can get some amount of farm. Once again, Leomord with this lane cuts, knowing that as long as the Eternal Evil is not there, he can secure as much of the farm as he possibly can. Now it's Hilda trying to bait that Eternal Evil out. Oh, there's a bravest fighter into the mix underneath the turret. Can they take the turret down? They do. And the Eternal Evil just about coming online, but he gets taken out here. And a potential to take a tier 2 turret. However, it's Minotaur on the defensive capabilities here. Wants to try to stop that wave, but he's being zoned away as they do take a tier 2 turret. This is some big early game pressure. Leomord getting the pick off elsewhere on the map. And with that, that was just like a millimeter away from popping the Holy Shield. I think maybe a little bit more pressure could have resulted in this, but Chaos Division now piling pressure onto pressure. Constant jungle invades. Mid lane turret being pressured in. Bot lane as well, as there's going to be the engagement here to Amon, the bravest fighter, as they take down Amon underneath the tier 3 turret. And this should be the mid lane tier 2 turret falling. However, Holy Shields are still up and running. Argus, the only one there going for the defense, but is forced back, and that's going to be no Eternal Evil, as we have 15 seconds to go for the first Lord of the game. I think a little bit more pressure could have resulted in the tier 2 turret in the mid lane being taken out, but it's really the Holy Shields that you want to get gone. We should see the Holy Shields being popped top and mid lane. Potentially bot as well if Hilda decides to go for the push, but wants to spend more time giving vision, knowing that the Lord is up. Now Hilda will be engaged upon, has the ability to get back to a bit of safety. So only one Holy Shield available. Lord being started off, as we can see the zoning is in here. No retribution close by for the side of Vinland. Therefore, best not to engage on this. They're going to have to try to stay safe because they have this very late game composition. Whereas Chaos Division, they have got to make sure that they secure their objectives, like to make sure wave equilibrium is done right. Because if you don't get your wave equilibrium right, and with an early game composition, well, we all know what happens. We've seen that not just in the past, but tonight as well. And you can see Chaos Division doing a good job of keeping that wave equilibrium just about right. But that final hit there from Eve just may have sorted out or caused a little bit of problems with the wave equilibrium. as Leomord. Phantom Steed trying to get it onto the Argus, but there's Roger in with the Lycan pounce as John 01 has to disengage. Meanwhile, the setup is here into the bot lane. Now the waves being pressured in here. Amon trying to get the force back. Commits the retribution to try to get the disengage. Uses the endless shard as well, but oh, Hilda with the flicker play underneath the turret. The Lord being taken down. Minoan Fury as they try to get the engagement onto Lapa, but he's so fed real world manipulation. Opportunity to end this. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be like a 12-minute ending. It's 11 16 seconds. Chaos Division storming through and picking up the 3 points. My goodness, what a performance from them. Solid performance. Chessman on the Clint picking up the MVP, trying to tell me, yeah, where you say it's a B-tier marksman, but let me show you how the MVPs work with the Clint pickoff. So well played to both teams, and congratulations to Chaos Division picking up the dub and the 3 points in this, sadly, the final game of the evening. So on this note, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we're gonna have to bring tonight's stream to a conclusion. I'm glad you all tuned in, and I hope you enjoyed the action. The AFL has been very entertaining up until this moment in time, and there's still a lot more to go. Because if you didn't know, right, it's concluding on the 6th of August, so we still have the rest of May, June, and July to go through, because this is, as we said, the biggest tournament ever seen in the African region for Mobile Legends. Nothing has been bigger than this. We've got 84 teams just here in the Southern African region. There's close to around 200 teams across the entirety of Africa, excluding obviously North Africa, because they're part of MENA and not our server, right? And that'll be too much of server problems. And so this round of the AFL is only going to be concluding 6th of August, and that's excluding the discussion that must be had for the main stage, where we need to see which is the best team in the African server, which will be coming up after that. So we've got a ton of action ready and set for you, and we're hoping to see how well everybody does. But once again, thank you for tuning in to watch. From myself, Waylander, it's gonna be goodbye and good night. Don't forget to drop us a like, share, and subscribe. We'll catch you all on the next stream.